Hello, viewers. Welcome to this episode of the Sammy Podcast. Here's what's on my mind this week. First up, I have created a new strategy for mapping out biking routines. So, for my biking season each year, it's important that I find days to get bike rides in. Now, the way I determine what days I get bike rides in is weather conditions, schedules, and time. Back then, I would just look at schedules, look at the weather for each day of the week, but most recently I found a way to make that easier. The way it works is that each week I look at the weather conditions for the next week, and then I look at what days have good weather, and those are the days that are guaranteed as biking opportunities. And then in my notebook I list each day of the week, and I note down the high temperature and the low temperature and the time range that I'll have that day to do a bike ride. And I think listing those in my notebook, I have noticed that it's been helpful for me. By doing this throughout the whole season, it will definitely be easy for me to find days to get bike rides in. Next up, my 2025 biking season has officially begun. So my biking season has started on a good note, and the weather this past week has mostly been on the warm side of temperatures. It's great that I've been able to get a lot of bike rides in, and I look forward to having more opportunities to get bike rides in. Next up, I have finally got Apple CarPlay in my car. So in one of my previous episodes, I talked about the fact that I found a solution, and I mentioned the fact that I was really wanting Apple CarPlay ever since I got my second car. And then I mentioned the fact that I found a CarPlay screen. Now it came with like the dash mount that you would stick it, that sticks to the top of the dashboard, but it ended up not working because the adhesive did not you have to wait 24 hours for the adhesive to stick to the surface, but I did not do that. And then my dad tried to help and put like double-sided tape underneath it, but then it eventually fell off. But then my mom found a solution, which the solution was to take the vent mount from my fold holder and use that for my Apple CarPlay screen, and it worked great. And she put it on the vent on the front passenger side, and once it was placed there, it stays in place and it doesn't fall off. And now I don't have to worry about it falling off ever again. Thank you for watching this episode of the CB Podcast, and I will see you on the next episode. So, until then, see you next time.